We are a brand new organization. We started in the earlier part of this year, and we've got an amazing group of board members that are leading the charge and helping us to really make an impact. And so we're extremely grateful for them. And this is just a quick synopsis of what it is that we're endeavoring to do in terms of organizing voices to come together and to deliberate on issues that we believe are central to Black communities across the country. And we really legitimately do have some extremely bright people that are involved, a number of professionals and masters in their field that are coming together to lead these groups. And they meet in monthly commissions. Those commissions are responsible for one sector's research that is then compiled into a policy report that we'll talk more about a little bit later. But this is an interracial movement. It's not only Black individuals that are involved. And with that, we really believe that we will have a greater perspective as to what kind of solutions will render justice and unity in the greater picture. Why a think tank? Why a think tank? The question there is really to give clarity to the purpose behind what we're trying to do in organizing these voices to come together. We really believe that when you have people with diverse thought coming together, you get a wider outlook. And so that was really something that was important at the inception of this, is that we wanted to make sure that we were not only bringing folks along that thought just like us and agreed with us, but we wanted to have a diversity of thought. So we have everything from a liberal to a moderate to a conservative and everything in between that's involved here to really give us that diverse thought. And then ultimately, we're doing this for the future. We're doing this for better days ahead. And so for me, I wanted to give just a little bit of storytelling. This idea is probably about a decade old. When I was a college student, I did a senior project where we started doing outreaches and we started doing assemblies and all kinds of things in the Tulsa public school system. And I was writing this thesis hoping that it would be a part of a larger construct. And we were kind of debating at that time, should it be a lobby group? Should it be a PAC? What should this be? And earlier this year, I was speaking with the board, a number of them at that time, and we just decided that we thought the best way to do this is to throw it into a think tank and begin to get minds together to begin working through the issues and then developing the relationships that are equitable enough to where we can have other people involved. And so this is just a quick glance at some of the things that we have been up to over the years. But the Man-to-Man Project, which is now an outreach of the Black Coalition, this is one of our initiatives where we reach out to the public school system, working with African-American young men of color, and making sure that they have the bridges that they need to be successful in schools. And we endeavor to still continue this programming and doing more things with it. But it is just one part and was one of the initial expressions of the big picture that we're after here. So intellectual capital, you'll hear us using that term a lot. We really believe that the opinions, the thoughts, the research, and the experiences of those that are involved in this group are the things that we are going to be utilizing to bring us to a place where we really are seeing the justice, the improvements, the equitable changes in our society that we need to see. And with that, I wanted to give just again the mission statement of the organization, and then just a little bit more expression to that. So we're a diverse policy think tank established to advance and defend African-American interests for life and legacy. And what that really boils down to is us setting the tone for our children and our children's children, creating the proper plans that will secure their future. And so if anybody on this call is alive and well, you know that we've got some things that are challenging that today, and we have a lot of work to do. So we're in this for the long haul. We really have planted our flag here and said, this is what we want to give ourselves to, and this is what we want to make sure is happening for the sake of the future. So very practically, I wanted to just kind of showcase the central component of the Black Coalition, which is our commissions. And a commission is essentially a committee that is formed to address a specific sector initiative of BLAC. And we have several of those. We have launched with 7 here at the beginning, feeling like we can make an impact there. And so all of those commissions are researching and developing strategies for improving the African American context. And they are absolutely doing brilliant work. Both Adam Arrington and David Walker, who are on the call today, 2 of our board members, they both lead commissions. Also, Dr. TJ Bradford is on the board there leading a commission. Lamont Bird out of California is leading our Creative Arts Commission. TJ actually leads 2. He leads education and agriculture and health. And then Dr. Leslie Francisco McClendon is leading our Faith Communities Commission. So we have some amazing leaders that are trailblazing and leading those with phenomenal teams. And we really believe in a team model where all parties that are involved on every level have voice and are helping us to champion that cause. And the way that that works is every member of the commission is participating in the research process. Now, those commissions will function differently based on the leadership styles, based on the research that they're doing into the specific sector. But all of that research that's happening between the monthly meetings and then coming into review in the monthly meetings, eventually that will be submitted to the board of directors for review. And we intend to publish those documents to legislators, judicial bodies, executive branch, on state, local, and federal levels. Those will also be submitted to private and public sector leaders in business and in other areas that affect the way that African Americans live and the way that they are treated. And so we will be making sure that that is a document that is available to the public as well. Those documents will be due in September of 2021. So you've got a full cycle until those will be due. But I'm very much looking forward to the things that are coming out already from these commissions and what we will begin to be able to put out in terms of these are the needs, these are the solutions. We don't want to be only protesting and letting people know what's wrong. We want to give them a strategy as to what's right. And this is the direction that we want to head and go. Number 4, the Board of Advisors supports the development. So we have an incredible Board of Advisors that is dedicated to the cause as well. And these are seasoned professionals that have been at it for decades. They are people that are true at heart, that they'd like to see equity and not only diversity, but equity and inclusion for African Americans on the highest levels. And so those advisors help to consult us and make sure that we're moving things forward in the way that we need to. And again, as I mentioned, at the end of the day, that report will be submitted to these individuals in power positions throughout the country, making sure that the quality of life is being preserved and that it's being advanced. And these reports will not be submitted just in the mail. We will have meetings with these individuals. We have some government officials that we're already working with directly and making sure that we are strategizing and building out things that are definitely going to be activated and empowering us in the ways that we want to see that happen. Organized thought, strategic negotiations, that is one of our goals, that we would begin to put this information together where we would be in a position to be able to strategically negotiate and come to tables and do that strategically. Organizational structure. So this really just kind of gives you how the organization is set up. The board of directors are that central group that really move it forward on a daily basis. And so we're in the trenches, in it every week, and making sure that things are moving forward, guiding the direction of the organization. And then the board of advisors serve as a supplemental support system where they're really coming behind us and making sure that we are supported in the ways that we are needed, that are needed, excuse me. And then our commissions are really the center there of the sandwich. They really come to the very middle and the meat of what we do. And so they are the ones that are doing the research, that are in the policy and helping us to improve that. And we want to break that down also and say, you do not have to be a government liaison or, have this huge background in policy and research to be a part of the commission. We have everybody from every spectrum and every level of life that's involved there. And so we definitely want to encourage anybody that's interested. You can join a commission and not feel like you have to have a degree in public policy to do that. So that is a very open position where we were looking for people that are willing to do the work with us and be a part of that conversation. Apprentices are the young people that we'd like to bring along on this journey with us. And you may say, how young is young? Well, we're pretty much focusing on our college students, young adults, maybe right out of college, that are wanting to be a part of something where they can learn and observe. And so this is an invitation that we're making to individuals all around the country that would like to be a part of this in any way, where they're not necessarily leading in the commission space and being extremely vocal, but they are coming to support that commission by taking notes, by supporting in terms of doing research projects, et cetera. And so if you know individuals that would be a good fit as an apprentice, please let us know. We'd love to connect with them. And then last but not least, our allies. These are the folks that are supporting and railing behind the cause. They may not be involved in the day-to-day, but they still want to throw their support behind us. And we have a variety of allies that are a part of BLAC now. And so these are individuals that have said, hey, I'm with you. I will post, I will share, I will get this in the hands of other people and build the allyship, build the support network, build the base, build the following. And then these are also individuals that say, hey, I don't have the time to be on a commission, but I'd like to donate. I'd like to support financially and be a part that way. So we welcome all of that involvement, and anyone that would like to be a part, we would love to have that conversation, make sure that we're aligned, and take next steps. Immediate priorities of the board. These will all be the sector initiatives of commissions. So right now, all of these are functioning commissions that are meeting on a monthly basis, and the research is being worked on so that we are moving these things forward. We do have a larger list of priorities, which are also listed on the website. And so all of these are eventual targets that we aim to serve. We just have not gotten there yet. We want to make sure we have a strong start and can have a strong finish. BLAC's financial future. I wanted to share this because I think that it's important. The financial standing of an organization usually speaks to its reach. And so we do have goals there, where our first fundraising goal is $100,000 in the bank, where that money is not being operationally spent, but that is money that is secured for the future. Our next goal is $250,000, and the third goal will be $1 million. And you may say, what do you need $1 million for? Well, in terms of negotiating and reinvesting into the community, we really believe that having funds will empower us to do that. Ultimately, we'd like to scale this fund where we have $100 per 1 million households, particularly Black households, establishing a fund that represents the will and financial force of the Black community. And there are a number of individuals that are building funds like this. I was on a call yesterday with Byron Allen, the president of the Allen Media Group. He is an absolute mogul. He owns the Weather Channel, if you haven't heard of him. And he is building major capital centers and funds where they are building a base for the Black community. Many people are aware that Alicia Keys just launched a $1 billion fund for African Americans. So these are things that are becoming more popular, and we want to make sure that we are not just following a trend, but we are building a base so that our voice has more reach. And ultimately, we'd like to see these dollars reinvested in Black businesses and community empowerment projects. And so we also want to be able to be generous and be a support to those that need it. We were just in a board meeting this last week reviewing a case where there was a young man needing some support with court fees and some things where basically he would not have to go back to prison. And so we were able to support and help with that. And he is a member of BLAC and assisting us in some of our commission work and doing a great job. And so those are things that we want to be a part of as well. So being strongly funded is important so that we can be that beacon and that bridge in our communities. Helping us spread the word. As you know, we live in a visual digital culture. And so spreading the word is extremely important. We want to make sure that all of the members of BLAC are supported to do so. And so we have created social images that can be shared. This is not all of them, this is a few of them. But if you go to the website, theblack.co, resources, you can get a hold of all of these images, share them to your social media, share them via text message with friends, anybody that you think would want to know about this. We want to encourage that personal interaction. And then of course, always just that blanket share that really gets the word out there for us. Will you be a part? If this is something that you feel like, hey, I would love to be a part of BLAC, I would love to help support or join, what we encourage you to do is visit us online. On the commissions page, when you scroll down, there is a form there where you can become a part of a commission. And then if you're interested in allyship, you can also fill out a form that's on the front page. You just scroll all the way down to the bottom and fill that out. It's extremely simple, and we would love to keep in touch with you that way. If you join by Wednesday of next week, we have something that we call Big Team. And Big Team is when all of our commission members and allies and membership come together, and we just get together and talk, have fun, and encourage one another. We have an amazing speaker, one of our Board of Advisor members, Stefan Reeves, that'll be with us in this coming BLAC Big Team. You do not want to miss it, but that is something that happens quarterly. So we do one of these info sessions every quarter, and we do Big Team every quarter. So this will be the last one for 2020, and we will be actually planning for 2021. That is pretty insane, but it's already here. So definitely invite you all, if you're interested in being a part, to join us for Big Team. We ask that you register so that we can prepare for you. But that is pretty much it in that regard. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming on today and taking the time to do that. We really appreciate your time and your interest as well. And if you have any questions, we want to open up for that at this time.